Alrighty, guys. Hey, how's it going? I guess turn down that music there. Man, oh man. So here on this stream, here in this little episode here, we'll be talking about baby metal and, of course, a little bit of Love Bites. Baby metal, we're going to talk about baby metal and Christianity a little bit here. This regarding baby metal death. And with Love Bites, we're going to be asking what is the heaviest Love Bites album. And you guys voted on that. Okay. First off, though, I have a question. And you guys probably have an answer. I should probably have this answer, but I don't. It sounds like I'm about to set up a bit, but I'm not. What is this? Foxfest 2024. What is this? I've been seeing this around in speculation. Is it set in stone? Is it set in stone? Is it for sure? Okay. It has my interest, obviously. Anyway, but here tonight, we're going to be talking about baby metal and Christianity. There was a post, and shout out to the baby metal subreddit. I do like the subreddit. I find intriguing questions there. Okay. And there was an intriguing question regarding this. This is a clip. Amuse, don't flag down the stream. It's just a still. Just a still image of Baby Metal Death Legend 1997, a significant live show. And the encore was Baby Metal Death, and it is the one that's, well, as you can see here, it ends with Sue Metal playfully being crucified in a ceremonial way. I mean, wait, how do you crucify someone without it being a ceremony, right? It's a pretty significant event. No matter who it is being crucified, I'm pretty sure they feel it's very significant with the nails, their hands being nailed to the board there, and everyone watching for various reasons. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this. I mean, we're gonna dig into religion here a bit. Okay, it's gonna happen. I guess there's that little disclaimer there. So yeah. Anyway. You guys good and ready? You guys good and ready to begin? Huh? Hey, Repo Bob. What song was that? Isn't it the song was loud? Oh, yeah, that song was loud. The intro, it's like a boom, boom, boom. It is. Okay, and is that for the 43 tour? No. The Fox Festival, is it? I thought Legend 43, and this is two different things. As long as you are named Brian, you don't have to be afraid of being crucified. Yeah, Monty Python. Oh, man, Life of Brian. That is a good movie there, okay? It really puts things in perspective there. Anyway, all right, let's get into this. You know what? I'm just going to read this here, and then I'm going to read it without interjecting, which is hard for me to do. Okay, I'm going to read it. And then we're going to get into it, okay? All right? This is live in the moment, guys. We don't know how we're going to go with this commentary, but we're doing it. Here we go. How do other Christians feel about the crucifixion at Legend 1997? Already have opinions. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to read this. It goes, by the way, shout out to the post, the OP, original poster, I guess. Calcium. Okay. It goes, I'm a Christian, and I found baby metal about a week ago, and I have been in love with their music ever since. I saw a video of Sue Metal's crucifixion, and I have some mixed thoughts on it. I know that there is a lot of lore I don't understand, but from what I've gathered so far, Sue was crucified to be reborn as the goddess of metal. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I thought at first they were being disrespectful and intentionally towards Christianity for nailing our beloved lead vocalist to a cross, but I think that the way Baby Metal interpreted the meaning of the cross as a symbol of rebirth, the same way Jesus was nailed to the cross and resurrected 3 days later. And in a post here, let me say, this sounds like this next paragraph was written afterwards as an edit to the commentary he received. And it says, I'm assuming I found a really interesting discussion about it here. Let me know. Okay, looks like it's not an edit. Let me know what you guys think, because my stance on it is that they don't mean any disrespect and just thought it was cool. I know that some Japanese people think that Christian symbolism and imagery are just really cool, like of Death Note, Neon Genesis Evangelion. I like to see different viewpoints on it here and other people's perspectives. Okay, all right. So let's get into this here. So, all right, how do other Christians feel about the crucifixion of alleged 1997, the crucifixion of Sue Metal? Well, all right, okay. I'll keep this short and sweet. I do consider myself a Christian. I'll answer this question, but here's the real truth of it, man. Okay, it doesn't really matter what I say. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. Like what's really important is, how do you feel about it? And do you really feel that it's some sort of disrespect? Let's start with that. Like let's say you are a Christian, okay? All right. Do you really feel like the band Baby Metal intentionally did this to be disrespectful? Or does it seem more likely they did it because it was edgy and cool? Probably because it was edgy and cool. It looks cool, right? It's heavy metal. Heavy metal has been intertwined with, has flirted with those sorts of imagery, like from the beginning, right? Right. Like, come on, man. It's very, very simple. But anyway, as a Christian, I'll just add that there. Do I have any problems with this? No, I don't have any problems with this. I don't see it as any sort of disrespect. I don't see it as any, like, blasphemy or anything like that. I'm not even concerned about that. It's Baby Metal. They don't mean anything like that. They're not trying to be like that. Their view of it is like it's cool imagery, and it goes with the song Baby Metal Death. Okay? The song is like kind of like in a symbolic way. You die, you come back. Only in life, or only in death do you live, and it's a cool way to symbolize that. That's sort of like resurrection through metal. Now I'll say, if you look at the lyrics here, I found this to be interesting here. The lyrics aren't very complicated, as you know. It's Sue Metal Death, Yui Metal Death, Bo Metal Death. That they'll say like it means like I am Sue Metal, but the pun is there, the intention is there. Okay, but I found this interesting because it says like down the song notes, and this is based on what I read here from Baby Metal Newswire. This is Baby Metal Death was released January 9th, 2013. What's really important, though, is in the very last note, it says the name Baby Metal Death means only Baby Metal Disu, or better in English, we are Baby Metal. The song has zero relation with death itself. And I say you need to change that, Baby Metal Newswire, because that can't be true if this lore exists. The lore I'm talking about is Baby Metal Death, the Shin version, where in here it clearly says death is the only way to live, and nothing happens by accident in the lore of Baby Metal. So it is definitely intended to have something to do with death, and that's okay. It's freaking metal, okay? Oh, Yeah. So I found this to be interesting here, and I see that crucifixion as a symbolic way of showing that Sue Metal dies and comes back and is just like reborn in metal, and that's okay with me. That's fine with me. Look, man, I'm not concerned about what a band does. Like, there's probably gonna be some people out there that may look at this and be like, all right, let me put this. Okay, this image here of Sue Metal being crucified, is this disrespectful? No. Is this them doing this? Is it like flirting with demons or creating a gateway into hell? I'm being hyperbolic on purpose here, okay? Bear with me. No, absolutely not. Okay, and there's going to be some people who are going to like totally overreact and take like the whole live performance here, some sort of grand ritual to like flirt with demons or even the devil himself, which is just dumb. Okay, that's just really, really dumb and really trying hard to be outraged over something that's just because at the end of it all, the girls go back and they go live their lives. You know, everyone that does their stuff. Okay, like it's significant in that moment for the show to make it look cool, but it's not like it really means more than that. You know, I think some people really look into it a little bit too far, too deep there. Okay. Let's see what other people had to say about that, though. I'm kind of curious. In chat, let me know what you think about that. Let's see. Bacchus says, if anything, not being religious, I just feel Christianity imagery is a bit overused. Oh, well, Christianity imagery is used quite a bit. Sure, I don't think it's overused. I think it's used because people know what it means. People know what it means. Like it is a very popular religion, especially was back in the day. You know, I know there's other competing religions, but people know what it means, and it looks cool. And I got proof that while it may be overused, it helps. It helps. Neon Genesis Evangelion is proof of that. I mean, Neon Genesis Evangelion use Christian imagery to set itself differently, set itself to be different from other giant robot anime mech stuff. Okay. Because they had cool stuff. And if you look into that, okay, look, man, I never really watched that show religiously. Really, no pun intended there. I couldn't tell you the ins and outs of all the characters, and I don't really care that much. But the surface level, I do know this, and it's very obvious that show, that anime, definitely has a lot of Christian imagery on purpose. It's not by accident. It can't be on accident if they're literally fighting angels named like Adam and Lilith, and if there's like the the mad guy named after the wise men who see Jesus. It's just so in the whole like theme of like Genesis and death and resurrection and Armageddon, things like that. It's like, okay, it looks cool, and that's why they do that. It's like, oh, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I don't think they're trying to do it to be controversial on purpose. I think it's by accident that it is. It just looks cool. Anyway, commenter here, Rick Wagner says, Sue Metal's first crucifixion was at the end of Legend D on her birthday, December 2012. Okay. They completed the scene at Legend Z, February 2013, with her rebirth. The theme and imagery of these theatrical events, as well as the one in Legend 1997, were inspired by the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. Well, I'll read the whole thing. BABYMETAL has also covered songs at these concerts, Tamashi no Refuren, or Soul's Refrain, and Sabasa, I'm going to butcher that were used in the anime series. Now, I'll say, you know, if they borrowed it from, or they got the inspiration from Neon Genesis Evangelion, okay. Well, it's like, well, that anime definitely borrowed intentionally from Christianity, okay, on purpose because it looks cool, right? And it's like, come on, man, we know what they were doing here. We know what they were doing here, okay? It's clear, all right? It's pretty clear. You know, the question was though, like, is it disrespectful? I don't think it is. I don't think it's disrespectful. I'm not worried about that. I think it's just a theatrical event. It looks cool. It's very metal. And I don't have a problem with that. I just do not. And I know some other Christians may be like, oh, well, then you're not very Christian. But honestly, who are they to judge? Who are they to judge? They're just another human. They're just, I mean, like, their thoughts about it mean nothing to me. At the end of it all, it's what God. And you know what, too? Here's the thing, man. Like that's what I say to you. If you are a Christian, if you're troubled by this, or you're think about it, like don't worry about it. Like if you like it, you like it, and you can set aside. That's fine, man. And don't listen to those that tell you, like you got to practice your faith this way or be this or that, whatever. Like at the end of the day, at the end of it all, like if God hasn't forsaken us, going there, which sometimes I think He has. Like that will be the judge. Now, if you are an atheist or agnostic and don't care about that stuff, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm not preaching here. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not, okay? Like, it's complicated stuff, and it just, you know, but the topic here, like, is this disrespectful? You know, for me, I don't see it that way. And I do see it clearly. I think, okay, go back what Rick said here. I think BABYMETAL pulls from Christianity iconography the same reason that Neon Genesis Evangelion did. Because it's cool. And because it's very effective. It's effective because people know what it means. They know what that means. Like if you just do that, if you put that there with someone being crucified, even though and people will say, but crucifixions aren't that big, they're not that significant. Lots of people were crucified back in the day. Yes, that's true. But it doesn't change the fact that people know what that means, though. Okay, because it's intentional. You know, there's a lot of history to it. There's a lot of lore to that one event. Whether you believe it really happened or not, it doesn't matter. Because there's a lot of stuff to it. Okay, like you could be an atheist, you could be agnostic. You see that, you know what it represents, you know what it's trying to say, right? It's pretty clear. It's pretty easy, and it's okay to have fun with it. You know, it's okay to have fun with it. And okay, here I see here. Let's see. Someone saying I watched series 2. I knew Kobo was a fan. Oh yeah, Kobo's definitely a fan of Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's hard not to be. It's pretty cool. It's hard for me to commit to a series at times. Well, okay, my thing was like the kid was whiny, but I understand why the kid was whiny. He didn't want to do the stuff he wanted to do or what he was asked to do. I get that. And what is this? This one person said, have not seen it in this thread, but the crucifixion execution method was used in Japan long before the first Portuguese missionaries arrived to the country. To directly couple it to Christianity is therefore not correct. However, okay. Now this guy is kind of like one of those, actually, the crucifixion method was used by even like Persians. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, because it's like people know what it means. They know what you're trying to say with it. Right. Okay. And it's okay. It's okay to borrow from Christian iconography. Now be careful digging into like Islamic stuff, because people might start going crazy. Okay, let me add more to that. Some things there. While there are probably some Christians that are like not okay with this and upset with this, the worst they're gonna do is not watch it or be a fan. Okay. They may have their rage internally or whatever, but if like it was some sort of like Quran thing or some sort of Muhammad thing, it would be a bigger deal. It would be a bigger deal. And I say that with confidence because there are literal cartoonists that are killed for just depicting Muhammad in a way, in any sort of way, right? So it's just this is the safe. It's the safe one to tap into and dig into and use for like theatrical things. Okay. You can't really dig into. Well, like Judaism. Well, I mean, I seen the Japanese play with the Star, David. When they do, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But I also don't care. I just think it's kind of curious. It looks cool. Like, have you ever played a game in a Japanese role-playing game? I think it was in even Castlevania Symphony of the Night had a Star of David in that game. I think it did. I think it was one of the power-ups you get. Yeah. Evangelicals are going to. Let's see. Rebo Bob says the only god I ever worshiped was Lemmy, and he died. So back to agnostic. Yeah. Well, he definitely was a god. He was a god amongst men. Definitely. He could have been the second coming. Okay. We don't know. And how would we know? How would we freaking know? Right? How would they know? Evangelicals are going to evangelical shrug. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's like it. Like I said, I'm not worried about this, and I actually kind of like that in this subreddit. You see people who are like they say they're Christian, but they don't care about it. I mean, they're not offended by it. They don't. It's like, how can you be offended by this? Especially with the way it's presented. It's baby metal, okay? They do it in a fun way. It's all meant to be fun and theatrical. Of course, it's over the top. Of course, it looks crazy. But yeah, it's a metal show. You think like Ozzy Osbourne back in the day was like serious about his like demonic or satanic imagery and stuff? No, he considers himself to be a Christian, and there'll be people who'll be like questioning that. But you know what? Go pound sand. It's not up to you, is it? It's not up to you. I mean, he claimed that to be in interviews several times that he is, and that's between him and God. Go pound sand if you think otherwise. I mean, that's the way I look at this. It's like I don't get hung up on this. I'm not worried about it. You know what? Hypothetically, let's say BABYMETAL did this intentionally to like be disrespectful. I still wouldn't care. It's cool. It's fun. That's the way I look at it. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna boycott BABYMETAL for this. No, man. In fact, if anything, the BABYMETAL death, I tell you what, the cool thing, one really awesome thing about this song and this performance is you take a metalhead who claims BABYMETAL isn't metal to a show, and they play this. Oh my God, they're gonna be won over instantly. They'll be like, what the hell is this? Is this a cult? Oh no, man. I mean, it is. I mean, but no. Like, no, you're going to have to submit to the Fox God. You're going to have to, you're going to have to cite an oath. You're going to have to pledge your allegiance to the Fox God. He is the only God. No. And that's the other thing. They have a cute, adorable fox god. Which, I mean, if BABYMETAL ever wanted to, I guess they could expand the lore and make it like a church. I wouldn't mind being a member of that. It'd be kind of interesting. A church of BABYMETAL. And you pay a tithe, and it goes to Amuse, which is better than going to a priest who may be protecting secrets of other priests who might be doing things they shouldn't be doing. Not to dig onto Catholics there. Anyway, I love this topic. Oh man. But this might be a short stream, guys. This might be a short stream. Okay. Because I don't know what else to say here other than like it doesn't bother me, and I don't see how it would. Well, I know it would bother some, and those are going to be like the ones who are going to be like extreme about it, who are always going to overreact. I can't do anything about them. All right, they already made their mind. But there are those that could separate it. But before we move on from this segment, what do you think about this? Baka says, yeah, I don't think anyone in Japan is offended by lots of Fox Guys BABYMETAL thing. Yeah, I also don't think they're offended by this as well. And I don't think they meant to do this to be, hey, no, cat. The cat's trying to get on the desk. There's no room on this desk. Oh, okay. The cat wants to. The cat has something to say about this. All right, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? Josie, a per metal says she wants me to crucify her the way Sue was. That's not going to work. I can't record that. Even in a playful, maybe in a playful way. But that's going to be awkward for you, Josie. It's going to hurt you. To be like this, like a cat. Can you imagine? We're going to have to Photoshop that, Josie. We're going to have to Photoshop that. Okay? I'll tell you what. I'll Photoshop a neck brace on your neck and put you like this. We'll do that, okay? All right. The cat's in on it. I think that's what she's saying. Or she just wants to be respected. You know, there's the fox god, and then there's this cat. I think this cat is more of a deity. Okay, this cat can actually hurt me and draw blood for a sacrifice. Okay? Don't worry. People in the U.S. will be offended for the Japanese. Yeah. And the ones that are offended, honestly, can just pound sand. It's like, okay. It does nothing for me unless they try to ban it or something stupid like that. But even if they do that, I'll still always have access because can't stop it. There's always a way. There's always a way with the internet. Until they close it all down. Anyway. Use Velcro? Oh, that would be cute. Only the cat god knows? Only the cat god knows. That's right. The fact, in my perception, this song sounds like an homage to Death Clock. Oh, you know what, too? I really like that they opened with BABYMETAL Death when they toured with the Death Clock band. Because I was like, I even asked myself going into this seeing them live, I was like, okay, Death Clock is pretty metal. They're very intense. How are they going to open? And it's like, of course, it's obvious. BABYMETAL Death. And you know what, man? I tell you what. Koga. I say Koga? Koba. I say his name all the freaking time. Koba Metal. Koba Metal. You have the balls, don't you? Are your balls big enough to perform this theatrical act even in the States? Look, if Manson can do his shit, if Ozzy could do his shit, you can do it. You can do it. I know you want BABYMETAL to be widely received, right? You want the reception to be well. All right, you don't want to ruffle feathers and lose potential fans, right? So you want to be kind of safe. I mean, you do you on that. You could like just go all the way, embrace the metal, and just have that. I say that as a Texan, okay? As an American, as a Texan, as a Christian. Oh, guys, my Christianity might be in question there, but I'm a Protestant. I don't have to go to church. I don't even have to listen to what an old man in a white robe has to say about God. I could, that old man in the white robe claims he talks to God. As a Protestant, I talk to God. How about that? I talk to him every day, just like this. I mean, it's the same thing, but it's like this. Like, oh, you're making jokes, disrespectful. Fuck you. How about that? I don't give a shit. Okay? You really think it bothers me? It doesn't bother me. Oh, you disrespected. Fuck you. All right? All the travesties, all the horrible things happening in the world and all that stuff, it's like, you really think that's the thing that really matters? Okay? Just, it's so silly. So silly. I think God has a sense of humor. I would have hoped so. He kind of has a weird way of going about things. I mean, I read the Bible. I mean, not all of it. I mean, there was parts I did, and it's kind of interesting. There's some crazy stories in there that make you wonder, wow, God's an asshole. He's smiting people left and right, the chosen people left and right. Okay, it's like, oh, you do something, you do something slightly to disrespect, boom, dead. Or be like, hey, what's the story? Was it Joseph? Was it him? Like, I want you to go take your son, pretty much sacrifice him. And right before he's about to do it, it's like, oh, no. Got you. Don't do it. It was Joe, right? It's been a long time. It's been years. But it's like stories like that. It's like, oh, okay. This is the guy. All right. But even with that said, like, I have my faith. It wanes, sure, but it's there. Anyway, I just Moses, Abraham. Was that the one? Maybe it was. Yeah, I just don't see it as disrespectful at all. I'm not worried about it. It's really cool. It looks cool, and I'm glad that they did it again in the PIA Arena in 2023. Like the glass or the clear plastic crosses there. I like how they were all part of it. Looks very, very cool. Very wicked. Hey, that's more. I get to guarantee you Metallica wouldn't do that. Or I guarantee you the new Pantera without Pantera, because two of the members are dead, wouldn't do this. Slayer, I don't think Slayer would do this. Yeah. Put that in perspective. BABYMETAL is more metal than Slayer. Let's see. Anything here? Yeah. I just want to talk about this here. I did react to the BABYMETAL Death Shin version, and this is the version I was like, holy crap! I didn't realize the lore around this too. Like, death is the only way to live. I was like, oh man, that is pretty freaking metal there. That is so freaking dark, twisted, and brooding, gothic. Like, it's just like the despair. It's great here. It's like, death is the only way to live. And I think, what else to say? That was God's revelation hidden within. It's very cryptic. The other one, Restoration Project. It's like, it's really cool, man. All right. I think that might be it for that That's like I said, this is gonna be a short stream, guys. I don't think we're even gonna make an hour. All right. All right. Let's see. Any other comments? Topic. Anyone in the chat? Hey, Kat, I need to see my OBS here real fast. I need to change something. Okay. I need to pull up my poll. Not my poll. I'm not pulling out my poll. I'm pulling up a poll. Different. All right. Shifting gears to Love Bites. One of my favorite bands, as you know, right? It's probably one of your favorite bands too. Wolf Riders. Okay, that's right. You know, what I would love is for Love Bites to see this ring and go, hey, we can make our like. I want them to come out with an official merchandise of a ring. That'd be cool. That way we could all be like, you know, the Wolf Pack. We can all wear it, you know? Anyway. Let's let me pull up this because I asked a question and you guys responded. Question had to do with Love Bites as far as the heaviest album goes. And I'm really not surprised by the votes here. I'm really not. Some may disagree, but you know what? We'll dig into this. I think it's right. I'm gonna take a look at the chat here. Got to duck out. I've been struggling the last few months, but really glad to see you, fella. Oh yeah, man. Hey, Baka, you take it easy too, man. It's good to see you too. Koga's better looking. Is that what's going on here? Am I mixing BABYMETAL and F Choppa Koga? Dude, that's weird. But that would be funny. We'll take BABYMETAL's like little like skeleton like outfit and put F Choppa Koga's face on it. I think you'd recognize that. I think we did that with the right tags and have BABYMETAL react to it. I mean, if he sees it, he's got to react to it, I'm sure. Hey, you don't be the product of your environment. You want your environment to be the product of you, right? Okay. All right. So, all right, Wolfpack, which album is the heaviest and why? Now, it's the albums, not the EPs, though Repo does bring up something about Battle Against Damnation. He does bring up Electric Pentagram. We're going to get into it here. Okay, so Awaken from Abyss, Clockwork Immortality, Electric Pentagram, Judgment Day. As you can see, Judgment Day wins with 64% of the votes of 97 votes. Pretty good turnout for my small, humble channel here. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sometimes I feel like the kind of the misfit of the reactors. I do things a little weird, differently. I look around sometimes like, wow, like I don't, you know, it just is what it is. I have to say, I agree with this. Now, it's not saying that these other three albums, Awaken from the Abyss, Clockwork Immortality, Electric Pentagram, are light albums. They're not. But I think song for song, Judgment Day is a heavier album. And I'll explain why I think that. Obviously, that's the point of doing these streams, right? Let me take a. I'm gonna have a cheat sheet here. I'm gonna have a cheat sheet, okay? That way I can look at all the songs on the album and be able to reference it. Okay. If you don't like that, you could sue me. You could sue me where? Follow it to 321. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Okay. You like that address? I'm just fucking around. Fucking around, guys. Okay. Wow, I'm vulgar tonight. I am vulgar. I normally don't cuss. I guess I reached a point where if YouTube's gonna make my streams ad limited, but I rarely cuss, then screw it. I mean, fuck it. All right. Awaken from the Abyss. It is a heavy album. You have songs like Hammer of Wrath, which is awesome, amazing. Then you got a Warning Shot, Shadowmaker, Scream for Me, ooh, Burden of Time, The Apocalypse. But then you have songs like Inspire and then Edge of the World. Now I understand Edge of the World, it does get heavy, but it's a slow burn. It's not heavy right from the beginning, right? And Liar is it's kind of like Don't Bite the Dust is also a little. It's more of like rock. It's probably like hard rock ish. You could say maybe like old school heavy metal. You could say like that maybe. There's ballads though on this album, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Judgment Day does not have a ballad. Judgment Day, I don't know if you really like if you listen to it again, there's not like a soft song of Judgment Day. You don't get any of that. It's kind of strange now that I think about it. Like you get fast, intense power metal, or you get fast, intense thrash like dissonance or dissonance. I'm probably butchering that, whatever. But you know what I mean. Then you get like, would you say Soldier Stands Solitarily is more like progressive metal with the way it starts out in the beginning and the way it builds and all that? But that's just a heavy song, it's a monster of a song. The lightest song of Judgment Day would be like My Orion. Did I say My Orion? I did say that. I thought it said My Lion at first. So, and then with Clockwork Immortality, you do have some slow songs, or softer songs, I should say, not slow songs. Well, because you have songs like Mastermind 01, which is great and thrash and heavy and fast, like MDO, and then Addicted, where I may start off with acoustic, it gets really heavy. Then of course you have Rising, but then you also have like Journey to the Other Side and The Final Collision, or even Epilogue. Or it has that heaviness, it has that edge, but also has a light side to it, a lighter side, I should say. I don't really think you get much of that with Judgment Day. Judgment Day is pretty much, I wouldn't say it's almost like two-dimensional. With its like you don't get that soft side. It's like they came back, and I don't mean that in a bad way, by the way. It's like they came back from their hiatus with a vengeance, and they wanted to just show and rock out with heavy tracks, just dominate. I mean, and they did it. They definitely have regained their momentum. They definitely have come back to the scene. But we'll see how that looks this year when they go to Europe and they do their world tour there and all that. Because I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Electric Pentagram has some really good tracks on that as well. Thunder Vengeance, Holy War. Let's see. I even say Today Is the Day. Raise Some Hell. That's a good song too. Set the World on Fire is extremely heavy. Extremely heavy. I mean, just that the way it builds up from the beginning with that intense marching. Very cool. Very cool. But then you have songs like Swan Song and then The Unbroken. I don't want to say Golden Destination's more like a new wave British heavy metal sort of track. So I don't see Electric Pentagram as heavy as Judgment Day, like the album, if you take song for song. There are some really, like I said, you take Set the World on Fire. And if I were to compare that to, like, let's say, uh, well, I guess Dissonance, that song there, it's they both have like that extreme build up to it, but one just is just faster, and it sounds like what Slayer wants to be. It sounds like what Slayer has been trying to be, or what they were back in the day, just refined. But you may disagree with this, and that's okay. That's fine. This is completely subjective, as you know. It is music, but I'm curious of your thoughts on this as well. As the repost says, he says he feels like Judgment Day was more power metal than the other ones, except for the last two songs. Well, yeah, I could hear that. Of course, it's like very, very metal, power metal. It's like very intense. Let's see what else. Yeah, Judgment Day is not so light either. Yeah, Clockwork Immortality has both ballads and heavy songs, right? I think, and someone mentioned this in the comments here. They mentioned a shout out to Get Hall. It says it's flat out from start to finish a statement of intent, and I'm fine with that. But an album needs to breathe, have light and shade. I hope the next one mixes up a bit more and the ladies pursue the more progressive elements that they have been hinting at lately. I was kind of curious what he meant by progressive elements, because like, I guess it means like the later songs on that album. But lately they kind of made it seem like I was reading into that too much. Like lately, like, I mean, the album, they released all the songs, together. Anyway. But yeah, I agree that, I think Judgment Day could actually have used a ballad, a softer side to it. I almost thought Lost in the Garden, the way the name sounds, was going to be a ballad. But no, it wasn't. It did have a nice, elegant sound to it. It did sound like it was a bit more like vulnerable. That makes sense. But it definitely, that song, Lost in the Garden, it definitely was more inspired by like classical music. It was like neoclassical. I think that was the case, right? I think Miyako talked about that. I think there was a piano piece that was part of that song. I need to re-listen to that song. Yeah. And normally it's like the ballads, when I first listen to an album, the ballads might be the ones I skip in the beginning. They might be. Okay. If it starts off kind of slow, if I'm listening to the music with my juvenile mind, like, oh, I'll skip that. But if it's like, if I give it time to appreciate what's going on there, like the melody and all that, then I might find a lot of value in it. And I'm going to be like, okay, I see what's going on here. I really like this song and I appreciate it. And it's actually a nice break from the intense heavy or the intense power metal or the intense thrash. I think one thing that Judgment Day, the album, did not have that the other albums did was like the kind of classic, old school kind of rock metal sound, like Dancing with the Devil or The Unbroken, something like that, or Don't Bite the Dust, something that's more like, let's say like Queen style metal, or what's another, like it's like White Snake, is that or Poison, like, or where it's like obviously it's metal, but it's has more of like a rock sound to it, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? It was it's like they came back and they wanted to prove that they weren't gone. And I will say I still like the album very much, and I think it's really good. But the question here is which is the heaviest and why? I think honestly it makes it really really heavy. It's just that it may have more in it than more of what you're not really looking for. You might like some particular songs in like Clockwork Immortality. Like if you like just intense thrash, like MDO, Mastermind 01, Clockwork Immortality is definitely your thing. Right? And Awaken from the Abyss has Hammer of Wrath, which is a beautiful, intense song. Oh man, right from the beginning. Ooh, good. And in Apocalypse? Oh, the Apocalypse is very heavy. Hey, which one of these albums has Break the Wall? Which one has one that, or is that on it? Wait, how come I don't see it here? Which one has Break the Wall? I should know this. Oh, I should know this. It was Clockwork Immortality, but it was the limited edition. What? Oh man, that song. Okay. All right. Well, that is a game changer right there. If you take it to the account, because I think Break the Wall wasn't it released on the EP, the Battle of Damnation or whatever. Here's the part where chat informed Battle Against Damnation. Okay. Thunder Vengeance is what Metallica would play if they had talent. Hey, they had talent back in the day. Okay? All right? They had talent back in the day. How dare you? Hey. They but it's definitely what they would play back then when they were doing drugs and they were much younger and their bodies could handle the drugs. Okay? I actually re-reacted to Thunder Vengeance. The video will post later on this week. And it reminded me of also Old School Testament and stuff like that. Just really intense stuff. I like it so much. Yeah, Battle Against Damnation has Break the Wall. And Break the Wall alone is like... Because I'm looking at the limited edition DVD or Blu-ray for Battle in the East. Of course, these are going to be, I think, the... live versions, right? And I'm like, holy crap, you've taken into account that. That's a game changer right there. that would change my vote for sure. Because you have some intense songs there. You have Above the Black Sea. Oh my god. And Under the Red Sky. Yeah. Oh, you don't, man. But see, that's what's great about this band, though. That's what's great about this band. You name an album, you name an EP, there's some heavy freaking tracks on that thing, okay? There's some heavy freaking bangers on it. They don't put out like light, dainty music, okay? To this day, I mean, yeah, to this day, you know, they haven't put out an album that's like they sold out and they're going more pop, you know? Maybe they'll do a joke and they'll release like a song called Love Bites Loaded and Reloaded. And no, they're not doing that. I think Miyako would not allow that. I think Miyako would freaking quit if they did that. I like what's happening with this band. I know some people want their style to change, or they feel like their style has changed. But to me, what I'm hearing, I feel like I'm seeing like the broader picture. I'm like, it's still really intense metal, and they do have elements of thrash here and there, and you're going to hear it again. They're going to do that again. It's like it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, you know. For those that I don't know how many there are that have that, I guess, complaint or that issue. You know, they feel like the band has changed. There's some people that do, and I'm like, really? And I'm looking at that from the perspective of someone who's like lived through the change of like Metallica when they sold out, or you know, I guess it's like the main one. I'm like, no, like when a band changes, you drastically hear it, and everyone's like, yeah, dude, what the hell happened? What the hell is this shit? Okay, no. Like it's kind of. If you, I mean, you could look at the previous albums, and be like, you know, some had like some speed metal songs, some had some like British new wave heavy metal songs, some had some like thrash songs, and it just kind of changed it. But at least it's all metal, and it's fast, it's heavy, it's well produced. Okay. The only song I don't really see here. Well, I was gonna mention something about Spellbound. Spellbound's okay for what it is. It's not my favorite. It's not. Sorry guys, it's just not my favorite. I could do the keytar for a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. All right. Once again, if you don't like what I said there, you know, you could sue me. 321 your ass. That's the address. All right. Now. I think the last reaction I did, one of the last ones was Spellbound, and the band kind of looked like they were, kind of mixed feelings on that one. They kind of looked like they weren't really feeling that song, you know? Anyway. Yeah, so wrap it back to the question here, which is the heaviest album? It looks like it's Judgment Day. It looks like it's going to stay Judgment Day. We'll see if that changes now that some of you guys know about the poll. Feel free to alter the vote if you would like to. I will post the link here. Hopefully this link works. Okay, click that. And, you know, you can fortify this election. I mean, this poll if you want. Buy some bots. I'll just mess with you. Oh, and then we feel like it's going that way for you. I can hear it. I mean, there's definitely is a change. It is, it's not like they're Orion and Dissension. Like Enigma sounds like it kind of reminds me of more like a Rob Zombie song, honestly. But like, when I say Rob Zombie, hold on. Hellbilly Deluxe, the first one, that sort of thing, just with more intensity. A lot more intensity. Anyway. So yeah, feel free to alter that vote there, guys, if you want to. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a short stream. Oh, we made it an hour. I didn't think we would. We only have two topics here. Love Bites, which is the heaviest album, and Baby Metal, does the crucifixion of our Lord and Savior Sue Metal in Christ offend you? And if it does, honestly, no one gives a damn. Okay? Go cry to the preacher that probably molested you. And what offends me are the pedo priests. That's what offends me. I'll tell you what, you take care of them, and I'll worry about this stuff. No. All right. With that said, you guys take it easy. Have a good one. And yeah, man.